puzzle.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Hey, Paul.
This is the Talking Information Center, a window to
That tape works. Your tape is all set for next week. For next Saturday. The tape is all set. I checked it this morning, and it is good to go. So.
For comments and more information, call 781-834-4400 or visit ticnetwork.org.
Thank you for listening.
WBBF Middleboro, WRS Middleboro, WRSLP Pittsfield, WLO Missouri, WBA, Athol, WDJN Framingham.
Broadcasting live from the Taunton Federal Credit Union studios at 14 Church Green, we are AM 1530, WVBF, Middleboro, Taunton, and W259DD, Middleboro Center, 99.7 FM, your hometown radio station.
News this hour from townhall.com.
McDonald's.
Details have emerged about those killed when a man drove a car at high speed through a Christmas market in Germany. Meanwhile, earlier today, mourners continued to place flowers and other tributes at the site of the attack. Police in Middleboro, the central city where the attack took place Friday evening, said the victims were 4 women ranging in age from 45 to 75, as well as a 9-year-old boy they had spoken over a day earlier. The budget measure has been signed into law.
President Biden has signed a bill that averts a government shutdown. The deal funds the government at current levels and provides $100 billion in disaster aid, along with $10 billion in agricultural assistance to farmers. House Speaker Mike Johnson.
It funds the government, of course, until March of 2025. That was a big priority for us. This is America First legislation because it allows us to be set up to deliver for the American people.
The deal does not include an increase in the government's borrowing limit, which President-elect Donald Trump insisted on. The House approved the budget by a vote of 366 to 34. It was passed by the Senate by an 85 to 11 vote after midnight. I'm Shelley Adler.
Also at townhall.com, Nuna Baby Essentials is recalling nearly 609,000 child car seats.
That's because the harness adjuster can loosen and the seats may not restrain children. The company told U.S. safety regulators that the recall affects certain Rava seats with a plastic harness adjuster button. Debris can get into the front harness adjuster, making it loose and increasing the risk of injury in a crash. Nuna will send owners a fix-it kit with a new seat pad, instructions on cleaning the harness adjuster, and a screwdriver to remove a plastic cover. No date has been set to notify owners by letter. I'm Hannah Jwani.
You'll find more breaking news and analysis at townhall.com. I'm Ron Taylor.
If your approach to everyday aches and pains is to mask them, feel better for a few hours only to have the pain return and then repeat the cycle all over again? It's time to try Relief Factor. And the good news is Relief Factor makes that easy. Their 3-week quick start is just $19.95, less than $1 a day. Instead of masking pain, Relief Factor helps eliminate it. How? Well, its unique formula of ingredients helps support your body's response to inflammation. Relief Factor was developed by doctors. It's 100% drug-free. And for so many people, the results are game-changing, even life-changing. So give it a try. Right now, their 3-week quick start is just $19.95. Go to relieffactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF. That's 1-800-4RELIEF. See how in a few weeks or even days, Relief Factor can reduce your pain. When you feel better, life is just better. So don't mask pain. Fight it naturally with Relief Factor.
Correspondent Julie Walker reports farmers are still reeling months after Hurricane Helene ravaged crops across the South.
Georgia farmer Chris Hopkins, just one of many across the South hit hard by Hurricane Helene. He says it wiped out about half his cotton crop, more than $400,000 in profits.
There's no Patriots game today.
Bills from the cleanup mount. He's trying to figure
out.
Well,
there is, but it's in Buffalo.
We need that assistance, and we need it timely. These rural communities live and die by agriculture, and when agriculture leaves and an operation dries up and quits, it's not just the family farm that's dependent on it or the couple employees that work on that family farm.
A spending bill just passed by Congress to avoid a government shutdown includes $21 billion in disaster aid to U.S. farmers. I'm Julie Walker.
You'll find breaking news, more headlines, stories, and full analysis at townhall.com. I'm Ron Taylor reporting. Major League Baseball's all-time base stealer has passed away. Bob Agnew has the story.
Ricky Henderson passed away on Friday in Oakland after a battle with pneumonia. He earned his nickname the Man of Steel by stealing a record 1,406 bases over a 25-year Major League career. He was also selected to 10 All-Star teams. Henderson was selected by the A's in the 1976 draft and inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 2009. Bob Agnew reporting.
The Department of Education has reached an agreement with the University of California system resolving complaints from Jewish and Muslim students of discrimination and harassment during protests last spring. The department says it's investigated a total of 9 complaints that allege the schools failed to respond effectively to anti-Semitic and anti-Arab harassment. Under the agreement, the schools must step up reporting of complaints to the OCR office. You'll find full details and more analysis at townhall.com. I'm Ron Taylor reporting.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host and do not express the views of WVBF ownership or Hometown Talk Radio. Content aired on all programs are those of the host and their guests.
Okay. 270, enter. Go.
Hey, Joey, what's happening? I mean, what's happening in Middleboro and surrounding towns? It's time for the Middleboro Week in Review with your host, Joey Driscoll. Stay tuned for news, Middleboro news, here on AM 1530 WVBF. Hey, Joey, what's happening?
Mike. Red Mike. And welcome to Middleboro in Review. I am Joey Driscoll. Today is the 22nd of December 2024. Today is the second to last show of the year. And I want to say good morning to Dawn. Good morning, Dawn, on this beautiful, cold Sunday. Second to last Sunday. Second to last Middleboro Review in 2024.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Joey. Good to be here. I got my love note from Paul Laz. Love note 327. I don't think he sent me 327. I'm not sure the count's got messed up there, but yeah, Merry Christmas to you and your family. See you next year. And you got one too over here. You never read them though. I read all the love notes there. Merry Christmas, Joey. See you next year, Paul. That's great. I get these little love notes on Sunday morning from Paul Laz. listen to Cranberry Country Journal at 10 a.m. on Saturdays. Great show. He has great guests. We've been on the show a couple times.
Yes.
And it's a lot of fun. I love the way he does his questioning and stuff like that. He's a good friend, and I wish Paul and his family Merry Christmas. I wish everyone in the WVBF family a Merry Christmas too. Everybody, management, everybody.
And everyone listening as well. Merry Christmas. And what will you be doing? What?
Is this going to be a Christmas show, Joe?
I'm going to try to make it a Christmas show a little bit.
I got information about Christmas.
All right. What are you doing on Christmas Day, everyone who is listening, or Christmas, the Christmas weekend, or not the Christmas weekend, but the Christmas week, which starts tomorrow? What is everyone doing? Give us a call, 508-822-1106, 508-822-1106. Tell us what your plans are for Christmas and Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and all that fun stuff there.
My Aunt Gracie and my Uncle Jim, when they were alive, they had a big family. They had like nine kids. And they didn't accept a Christmas present for years. They said, take the money and give it to the Pine Street Inn, or give it to a food shelter. Or, they didn't want any presents. I mean, they had dinner, but they didn't want presents. They wanted the money. Whatever you were to do, just donate it to charity, or donate it to a food pantry, or Pine Street. I think it was the Pine Street Inn in Boston. They really did it. It was they did it for years, because they figured they had a home, they had heat, they had a roof over, they had food in their belly, and they didn't need. You buy all what you need, and Christmas is all about giving. It's it's the whole. It's nice getting a present, but you don't need 15 of them. I don't need them. You know what I'm saying? But some people like presents, and they like the gadgets and the gears, and for kids, in my opinion, the presents are for kids. As you go older, I've got a desire to get a present. I have my health, I have my family. I live in a great state. I have good friends and good colleagues, and I have a job. These are the things I'm grateful. So I think Thanksgiving is extended into Christmas, the whole season. And lately, I've been pretty. I've been happy about Christmas. Really doesn't start until like a week before Christmas. I really get into the joy of Christmas, of the lights. Driving through Taunton Green, seeing the beautiful Christmas displays that the city of Taunton puts up, and all the people who work so hard to put it together and make it the best holiday celebration in the area. And they got the Santa Claus, and they got the big globe, and they have the Christmas carolers. They were out there last night singing and freezing in 7-degree weather with the wind chill, I believe. So it's good. It's good, but like I said, it's not all about. This is my personal opinion. I'm not preaching to the choir here. I'm just saying it's all about giving and family, and it's enjoying what we have in life around here.
All right, weather time. Let's start off with Middleboro real quick. 12 degrees? Yeah, apparently, 12 degrees.
We're probably still warmer than Driscoll, North Dakota. I bet.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll find out.
12 degrees. I want to say good morning and also Merry Christmas to our friend in Georgia, Scott. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott. Yeah,
and also Merry Christmas.
Longtime friend. I know Scott since 1981. I went to school with Scott in Quincy. I met at Machine Shop. That's where I met my buddy Scott, and we've been friends ever since. And it's been a great journey with my friend Scott. He lives in Georgia. We don't see too much of each other, but we talk a lot, and he's a good friend. And I'm glad he listens to the show. And he's my number one debater. I love debating Scott. He's really good.
All right, Middleboro, 12 degrees, sunny skies today, which is a good thing, but it's not going to get any higher than 22 degrees today. The high is 22.
Double deuce.
With a low of 6. Very cold today. Should warm up a little bit. Monday, 28 degrees, a high of 28, a low of 20 mostly sunny skies. Tuesday, Christmas Eve, cloudy, 38 degrees with a low of 18, and 33 degrees on Christmas Day with a low of 24 on Christmas night, and no rain in the forecast. No rain in the forecast all week in Middleboro, so that's a good thing there. For Taunton, 11 degrees right now with a high of 21 and a low of 4 this evening. Tomorrow, 28 degrees with a low of 20. Tuesday, Christmas Eve, a low of 18 with a high of 37. 32 degrees on Christmas Day with a low of 24 on Christmas night. In Driscoll, Texas, 53 degrees, a high of 74 today with a low of 53. Mostly sunny skies today. Most of the sunny skies on Monday, 80 degrees with a low of 64. 81 on Tuesday, Christmas Eve. 81 and low of 64 Christmas Eve night. And Christmas Day, 79 degrees with a low of 67 on Christmas Day night. And it's mostly sunny skies in Driscoll, Texas on Wednesday. Driscoll, North Dakota, it is 10 degrees outside. A high of 25 with a low of 10. Cloudy skies today. Cloudy skies tomorrow, high of 22, low of 15. Mostly sunny skies on Tuesday, which is Christmas Eve, 31 degrees, a low of 25. And on Wednesday, 34 degrees with a low of 23 and cloudy skies on Christmas night in Driscoll, North Dakota. And that is your weather for today. Now we go over to our Today in Histories. 1 second here. Here we go. December 22nd. Today in Histories. Here we go. December 22nd, 401. Pope Innocent I is elected, and he is the only pope to succeed his father in office. So That's a very interesting fact there. 1807, the Embargo Act forbidding trade with all foreign countries is passed by the U.S. Congress at the urging of President Thomas Jefferson. 1851, the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C. burns. 1937, the Lincoln Tunnel opens to traffic in New York City. 1975, U.S. President Gerald Ford creates the Strategic Petroleum Reserve in response to the 1970s energy crisis. 1984, the subway vigilante Bernard Goetz shoots 4 would-be muggers on a 2 express train in Manhattan section of New York in the United States. 1989, during German reunification, Berlin's Brandenburg Gate reopens after nearly 30 years, effectively ending the division between East and West Germany. And in 2018, the 2018-2019 United States federal government shutdown, the longest shutdown of the United States federal government history, begins. This past week, we just avoided a government shutdown, Don.
Yeah, they got it done.
Yep.
It's just, I kind of like seeing robust debate back and forth. There's nothing pretty about it. It's just debate, and it can't be too easy. I mean, we're talking about the taxpayers' money, and you got two spectrums of people. They think differently, and they able to pull it off. I was listening to some of the debates. It's just great. Just listening to it. One side blaming the other side. It's your fault. No, it's your fault. They came up with a plan, though. But I mean, that's what you do. You got to put your, whatever. They're elected to office. They're Congress and senators, and they got to do what they got to do. They got to go up. I mean, they have constituents. They got to. So you can't look at somebody and say, "Oh, he ain't playing ball," whatever, because he has to go report back to his constituents and he has to sell it.
Yes.
And whatever. It's just you have some parts of some. You see it in the House of Representatives. It's really fascinating because you got some people Congress people in there that take a stance, and you may not think it's, but I mean, coming from their districts, it makes sense. So sometimes it's better. You say, well, you look at it and say, oh, this representative saying everything I don't like, but sometimes it's better to read up on that district or whatever and find out where they're coming from, because I mean, because they have to, they have constituents they have to, they have to answer to, and so that's why I think the whole U.S. government's so fascinating.
Absolutely.
Checks and balances and stuff, and back and forth. Politics has always been a muddy business. Always been a muddy business.
Even back in the early 1800s.
Oh yeah, I mean Jefferson and John Quincy Adams.
Yeah, they did not like each other.
Read up on that.
They didn't like each other at all.
About two rivals not liking each other.
Alexander Hamilton and Aaron Burr.
A lot of historians say that, but you got to read up on it. A lot of historians say that John Quincy Adams did more as a later on after his presidency ended. He was U.S. representative, and he did more, in that role than as president. But it's always about, what's your judgment and how you look at things. It's always everyone's opinion. Everyone reads and they make up their own mind.
Exactly.
But I mean, it's just. I love the idea of people going, like presidents going on to serve other roles, like William Howard Taft went on to be Supreme Court Justice.
Yep, and a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, 7:20 a.m. Let's take our first commercial break right now. When we come back, we'll do our birthdays and passings. Open phone lines today, 508-822-1106. If you want to call in, talk about what you'll be doing for Christmas Eve and Christmas. Or if you have any thoughts on our Today in Histories, give us a call. 508-822-1106 is the number. We'll be right back here on WVBF 1530 AM, 99.7 FM. All right.
Insurance companies. You should reach them at 508-583-1495. They're open Monday through Thursday, 5 and 8 to 4 on Fridays. Call them today. You will not be disappointed. 508-583-1495.
Hi, this is Tony Rose here. Talk show lineup. Coffee with Tony airs every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 a.m. And my good friend Ron Lancaster takes over every Monday and Thursday at the same time. Local talk radio, great guests, and your calls. Heard here on AM 1530 and 99.7 FM, WVBF, your hometown radio station.
Oh, Don, we were wrong about John Quincy Adams. It was John Adams that had the feud with Jefferson. They didn't like each other. Friendly. No, it was John Adams.
No, it was John Quincy.
No, it was John Adams. No, it was John Adams because
they both had a feud with him.
John Adams was
second president.
John
Quincy Adams was sixth president.
Yeah, John Adams was...
Jackson was the seventh. They ran against each other.
Yeah, Jefferson was Adams' vice president, I believe.
Yeah, but they ran against each other, 6 and 7.
Okay.
John Quincy Adams was sixth president. Seventh president was Andrew Jackson, and the eighth was William Harrison.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, they ran against each other. Why?
Scott.
Come on, Scott. John Quincy Adams doing it. Not John Adams. John Adams was the second president. Not... It was 1824 election, was it?
Oh, yeah, that election. Yippee. That was a fun election. That was a fun election, all right. 1824. Not. All right, anyway.
Anywho.
And then they had the 1800 election. The 1800 election, that was when they changed the rules around, so there wouldn't be a president and a vice president from two different parties. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and 0. And we're back here on Middleboro in review here on this Sunday, December the 22nd, 2024. All right, our finishing up to the Today in Histories, our birthdays and passings. We did the Today in Histories. We get the birthdays and passings now. December 22nd, 1856, Frank B. Kellogg, American lawyer and politician, the 45th United States Secretary of State, and also he won the Nobel Peace Prize. 1862, Connie Mack, American baseball player and manager. And some of his stats here, some of his... 1862, his birthday was.
Oh.
Yes, he lived to age 93. He died in 1956 in Philadelphia. He was born in East Brookfield, Massachusetts, by the way. His MLB debut was September 11th, 1886 for the Washington Nationals, and his last appearance was 10 years later for the Pirates in 1896. Not really a major baseball player. His success came as a manager for 2 teams. From 1894 to 1896, the Pittsburgh Pirates. He managed them for 2 years, and then he went on to be the manager for 49 seasons of the Philadelphia Athletics. He's a 5-time World Series champion, 1910, 1911, 1913, 1929, and 1930. He has the most managerial wins, losses, and games managed in Major League history. He is in the Philadelphia Baseball Hall of Fame, and he is in the Athletics Hall of Fame, and he is in the most important Hall of Fame, the National Baseball Hall of Fame, inducted in 1937 by the Centennial Commission. Again, just a major manager when it comes to baseball history. He holds records for most wins: 3,731, 39-48 ties, 76. 76 ties, 39-48 losses, 37-31 wins. Most games managed, which was 77-55 in Major League Baseball history. So all of those are records. That is the second highest, 847 more than the second highest, which was Tony La Russa's 84 wins there. So that's pretty big. That's a pretty big deal. Again, he managed 49 seasons for the Philadelphia Athletics. That's a lot of seasons there. But Connie Mack, his birthday today. He would have been like 160 today, 162 today. Anyway, 142 today. Something like that. 1912, Lady Bird Johnson, American activist, 38th First Lady of the United States. Don?
Yeah.
Lady Bird Johnson.
Yeah.
Her birthday today.
Yep.
1948, Rick Nielsen, American singer-songwriter and guitarist for which band, Don?
We talked about this yesterday. Cheap Trick.
Yes, Cheap Trick.
It's funny too because I've never seen Cheap Trick. So I have a friend, his name's Dave. I call him Diamond Dave because he's a guitarist and he loves Van Halen, so that's his nickname. But he said he saw Cheap Trick and he said they were awesome. Nice 3-piece band, and it's funny. They all got their own little characters. You got Robin.
Yep.
He's the lead singer.
Yep.
He's always running around, blonde hair. And then you got who was it again? What's his name?
Rick Nielsen.
Yeah, he's the guitarist.
Yeah.
He always has that baseball cap on.
Yes, he does.
And then you got the drummer with always a cigarette in his mouth. All those videos, it's just Talk about pretty much being consistent with your product, and the music's good. But he said they were really good. He saw them, I don't know, in the 2000s maybe.
Born on the same day in 1949, Maurice and Robin Gibb of the Bee Gees.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Legendary group there, the Bee Gees. There's only one left.
Barry, that's so sad. It was so... I mean, the Bee Gees, invented themselves twice, because in the late 60s they had a different kind of music. I mean, they, I'd say, almost English pop in a way. And then they came in with the disco. And even Andy Gibb had that hit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I Want to Be Everything, I believe is the name of the song.
Yeah.
That was huge. And that's sad, because I love the Bee Gees. Everyone loves the Bee Gees.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Everyone
100%.
loves the Bee Gees,
100%. Everyone did. It's too bad they're not around
Barry
anymore.
isn't.
Well, yeah, the Bee Gees themselves.
But I mean, you've been big on that. Every time you place, I'm not sure when Barry Gibb put it up his last solo album, but I think what you did, you played it for me. You're pretty good about that.
I bought his most recent. I don't know if it was now. I don't know if it's now his most recent, but came out I think in 2012.
Yeah,
I bought that, and it's a really good album.
It's he's got that voice. I mean, he's got that. He was technically the lead singer in a way.
Yes.
You know what I mean? He was the. I mean, even though the other brothers sang, he was technically the lead singer.
Absolutely.
A lot of the stuff. So I mean, those voices all together. And, oh man.
Our passings today: 1899, Dwight L. Moody, American evangelist and publisher, founded Moody Publishers. 2002, Joe Strummer, English singer-songwriter of The Clash. I believe it was The Clash. Hold on, let me just make sure I get this correct here. Yep, it is The Clash. And Joe Cocker passed away on this day 10 years ago today. Joe Cocker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And that is our passings, birthdays in Today in History today. Let's take a break for our news break, and we'll be right back here on Middleboro in Review. We'll be right back.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Michael Herrick. The Pentagon says 2 U.S. Navy pilots have been shot down over the Red Sea in an apparent friendly fire incident today. Both pilots have been recovered alive, though, one suffering minor injuries. The incident came as the military conducts airstrikes targeting Yemen's Houthi rebels. California declares a state of emergency in response to the spread of bird flu to cattle.
California has become the epicenter of new bird flu infections. As the nation's largest dairy-producing state, it accounts for 75% of cattle cases and over half of the 61 confirmed human cases nationwide. Though health officials say the risk to the general public remains low, Governor Newsom's proclamation allows federal and state agencies to work together to monitor and test
All right,
for new
second
cases.
half of the show is
The
Christmas
news
stuff.
comes after the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reported the country's first case of severe illness in a person in Louisiana.
BBC correspondent Sarah Granville. Japan's biggest bank is apologizing after an employee allegedly stole more than $6.6 million from customers' safe deposit boxes.
The bank, MUFG, says it's investigating and that several billion yen might have been taken. But that's occurred at 2 Tokyo branches of the bank from April 2020 until the problem was discovered at the end of October. MUFG Bank's president and CEO, Junichi Hanzawa, says the female employee responsible for managing the safe deposit boxes and their keys is suspected of taking advantage of that position to steal from the boxes of about 60 customers.
Correspondent Jeremy House. A German government office says it received a warning last year about the suspected perpetrator in this weekend's car attack at a Christmas market. Federal Office for Migration and Refugees says it received a tip in the late summer of last year, but the attack happened anyway. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Life takes a toll on our bodies. No way around it. Whether it's sitting hours on end at your computer or working a physical job, over time your body pays the price. There is, however, an effective way to turn back the clock on pain. Relief Factor. Developed by doctors, Relief Factor helps support your body's response to inflammation. The difference? Instead of masking pain, Relief Factor helps eliminate it for good. And it's 100% drug-free. If the pains that come with living a full life are affecting you, do as so many others have. Turn back the clock on pain with Relief Factor. Their 3 weeks start is
That sounds good.
When you feel good, it's amazing how much more you get out of life. So visit relieffactor.com or call 1-800-4-RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF. Try it for only $19.95. While we can't stop aging, oh yeah, we can stop pain. Turn back the clock with Relief Factor.
The Chinese government is protesting the latest American announcements of military sales and assistance to Taiwan, warning the U.S. that it is, quote, playing with fire. A Chinese Foreign Ministry statement today urges the U.S. to stop arming Taiwan and stop what it calls dangerous moves that undermine peace and stability in the Taiwan Strait. President Biden authorized yesterday the provision of up to $571 million in Defense Department material and services and in military education and training for Taiwan. Flooding becoming a yearly disaster in South Sudan. The World Bank has described the nation as the world's most vulnerable country to climate change and also the one most lacking in coping capacity.
Might give them a black eye.
Communities on the rare high ground of the
I don't think China's going to be messing with Taiwan. Unless they do it in the next 3 weeks. They're not going to mess with Taiwan.
No, but I mean, I think Taiwan might be able to give China a black eye. You know what I mean?
Yes. But I don't think that's going to happen anyway, because I don't think China's going to mess with Taiwan once Trump gets in office.
I don't think it's in their best interest to do that.
It's not, especially with Trump getting in office.
Yeah, then all the trading and everything's gone. You don't want to buy anything made in China.
Exactly.
The economy will collapse.
Saying, I'm really
Exactly.
sorry. I made a dumb mistake. It won't happen again. Police have looked at the surveillance video and say the person appeared to be a teenager or young adult. Jason Walker reporting.
Baseball Hall of Famer and stolen base king Rickey Henderson has passed away. He was 65 years old. Known as baseball's Man of Steel, he had a lengthy career and a lengthy list of accomplishments to go along with it. He broke Lou Brock's single-season record of 118 stolen bases by swiping 130 in 1982.
That's a lot.
More on these stories at townhall.com.
He was only 65, I think. Something around there. Okay. All right. Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And we are back here on Middleboro in review, and it's time for some Christmas stuff to talk about. Dawn,
you got some Christmas stuff?
I got some Christmas stuff to talk about.
A lot of Christmas stuff?
First off, Gatra is free for the holidays.
Gatra.
Yeah, now through the New Year's Eve, December 31st, Tuesday. This applies to only Gatra fixed bus routes and complimentary ADA paratransit services. This does not apply to a senior dial-a ride or a microtransit. For more information, visit gatra.org or call 800-483-2500.
You know what's funny about Gatra? I follow this YouTuber.
I knew you were going to mention this.
Yeah, well,
I knew you were going to mention this.
Because he brings attention.
So,
nationwide to Gatra. But,
so Miles in Transit just put out a video. Anyone who knows rail, transportation, rail, transportation YouTubers, Miles in Transit just put out a video about Gatra. Not just about Gatra, but about other bus services as well.
Well, he went from Cambridge to Fall River.
Exactly.
Going down through, taking microtransit from Pembroke and working his way down, taking the Sail which goes down Route 3A through Marshfield, Duxbury, and then it was just interesting how they all connect. It was funny because there was some connection. Because I like reading bus schedules too for fun. I don't know. Maybe I get too much time on my hands. It'd be interesting to see, if they connect them, if they could connect it better and get more people on the bus. Because, for instance, I mean, they call it the sail that runs up Route 3A up through Marshfield, Duxbury, and down to Kingston, and it goes to the Shaws in Pembroke, right there near the highway, and ends. But there's a commuter rail station right in Situate, Greenbush, which is maybe 3-4 miles away, and it doesn't connect. So, I mean, if you say you lived in Marshfield, downtown Marshfield, and you want to take the commuter rail, maybe there should be a connector to the Situate Greenbush line. So, I mean, it's you can't, as far as I know, I've been looking on the schedule, I could be wrong, but I've been looking, there's not a bus that connects from Marshfield to Situate. So, I mean, it's just, I think you got to utilize all the public transportation and make it simple. That's all I have to say. But yeah, I mean, he did a big thing on Gatra, and it was pretty interesting.
He's got a video coming out actually on Christmas Day about the trolleys as well. So that's going to be
what trolleys?
The trolley, is it trackless trolleys?
Oh, all trackless trolleys?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and that's coming out on Christmas Day.
Well, we don't have, Boston doesn't have any more trackless trolleys. They took them away.
Yeah.
Watertown, Cambridge.
All right. Okay, we have, continuing our Christmas stuff, final Winter Wonderland weekend in downtown Taunton is underway. Continues today from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. with some music. You can stop by the Liberty and Union Park. This is located at 78 Main Street between Taunton Green and Church Green for the weekend, filled with entertainment, activities, and food. Today, from 4 to 7, there's going to be some stuff going on, some music. Mike Kelleher and the Unlikely Strummers, and also there will be a Grinch as well, and much more free holiday fun. Again, this is the final Winter Wonderland weekend in downtown Taunton. It ends today, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. there. We have a couple more holiday events as well. The final day of the Holiday Lights at the Park in Middleboro takes place from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. this evening at Pierce Playground, 26 Jackson Street in Middleboro. Parking is free. Admission is $10 per adult, $5 per child. 5 and older, 4 and under children are admitted free. For more information, you can call 508-946-2440. Snow People will be displayed on Lakeville's Town Hall lawn through the end of the year, through December 31st. And the Snow People were decorated by community members as a fundraiser for the animal shelter in Lakeville. Also continuing up until Christmas Eve is the Taunton Animal Shelter's 16th annual Jingle Paws. Share some special holiday cheer and love with a pet currently awaiting a new home and family at the Taunton Animal Shelter. This event, again, will run from November 1st to Christmas Eve, so we still have a couple of more days. Make a donation in honor of a particular pet at the shelter, and or deliver, send a special toy, treat, and gift, or the pet of your choice. For the pet of your choice. This can be done as a special gift for someone and or in memory of someone. Forms are available at the Taunton Shelter via email at pauseforblue@aol.com. Again, that is pauseforblue@aol.com. That is the number 4. Not FOR, but it's the number 4. pauseforblue@aol.com. At the Raynham Town Hall, the Taunton City Hall, and Robbins Corner Flower Shop. Your name and the name of the pet of your choice will be noted in the Taunton Shelter website and also at the shelter itself. In addition, you will receive a special photo of the pet you have chosen to sponsor. Again, that continues up until Tuesday, Christmas Eve. Santa Claus will be on the Taunton Green in his little red house on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sundays to hear your Christmas wishes. That ends actually today. Today is the last day from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. A complimentary picture is provided by Taunton Parks and Recreation. You are also invited to capture your own photos of the holiday magic.
Oh, this is the last day for Santa?
Last day for Santa Claus for pictures in his little red house.
That's the cool little red house there.
Yeah.
Yeah. They do such a good job with that green. And something new, too, is when you come up Route 44, right before you hit the green here, right before you hit the station, you got the reindeer sleigh. That is something new, I think. I mean, I
absolutely.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
You know, that's just so good that, you know, Taunton is the Christmas city.
It is.
And you know, over the years when, you know, so-called do-gooders were trying to shut down Christmas because of this, that, and the other thing.
Yeah.
Taunton stood firm. It's like, no, this is us. I mean, you got mangers, you got Santa Claus, you got the Grinch, you got it all. Christmas carolers, it's good that, you know, you got a common sense city here, and it's so nice to come into. It's so awesome. They're number one as far as Christmas decorations and doling up the town and stuff like that. They really take it seriously. Yeah.
Also continuing through the new year is free cardboard disposal at the Taunton City of Taunton Convenience Center, which is located at 330 East Britannia Street. Cardboard disposal will be free of charge at the city's convenience center on the following dates. It continues on Friday, December 27th, 7 a.m. to 1 p.m., Saturday, December 28th, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., Friday, the 3rd of January, 7 a.m. to 1 p.m., and Saturday, January the 4th, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Please note the convenience center will be closed on December 25th and January the 1st. That is Christmas Day and New Year's Day. Beginning the week of January the 6th, cardboard drop-off rates will once again apply. The Massachusetts Department of Transportation said that Route 44 in Taunton is going to be closed for maintenance work nightly. The roadway between Arlington Street and Winter Street in both directions will be closed from 8 p.m. to 5 p.m. now through next Monday, December the 30th. The following detours will be in place for the duration of the work. If you're going to go Route 44 eastbound, take a left onto Arlington Street, take a right onto School Street, take a right onto Winter Street, left onto Route 44 eastbound. If you're going to go westbound on Route 44, take a right onto Winter Street, left onto School Street, left onto Arlington Street, a right onto Route 44 eastbound. Drivers traveling through the area should use caution and inspect delays. Information on roadwork and traffic conditions statewide can be found on Mass 511. So we have that going on as well. Let's take our last commercial break right now. When we come back, we're going to have a little bit of some sports. And Dawn, I don't know if you had something on Christmas that you wanted to talk about too, but we'll do that in our last segment as well. And I also have some Calvary Cares drop-in center information as well. There's some new dates here, at least for the first half of 2025 we can talk about here as well. We're going to take our last commercial break right now. We'll be right back here on Middleboro Radio on WVBF 1530 AM, 99.7 FM. We'll be right back. Okay. 531. 163.
Yeah, Tony called me. Wants you to call in Tuesday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you should call in too. You know?
Mm-hmm. Maybe what time did he say you wanted to call you in?
He said like 11:20.
11:20. Okay, maybe I'll call in the same time.
Don't forget to call in.
If
I mean, you're a
unless
host, you're a host here. You know what I mean? You got a show. It's good that you
hold on.
call in.
I don't think I'm doing. Am I doing something Tuesday? No, that's Christmas Eve. Okay, never mind. Next.
I'm gonna bring home Chinese food.
The next week I gotta take Grandpa to Pang. The next Tuesday, not this Tuesday, but the next Tuesday. Friday I gotta take Mom to Quincy.
For what?
Monty.
Who?
Monty appointment. Harvard Vanguard.
Taking the train?
Yes, I'll take the train. Yeah.
Might as well. It's right there.
I'm not driving over there.
Yeah.
You kidding me?
Well, you can, but it's.
I'm not gonna do that. No.
The parking's terrible.
I'm not gonna do that. That's ridiculous. I'm not doing that.
Does Mama like the train?
I guess she can tolerate it. Which, that's fine.
Well, you go in the middle of the afternoon, it's still on that train. You can
Yeah,
find
no,
some
yeah.
to tell yourself.
Yeah. I gotta get the time from Mom tomorrow. The exact time when the appointment is, so that I can figure out which train I gotta take so we're not late for the appointment. Most likely gonna be like the.
There's no good places
10.
to eat there, huh?
This no good places at all. There's this place called Crush Pizza. It's terrible. Okay. Yeah, this is this place called Crush Pizza. And it's terrible.
Well, you want you to tell the whole world that.
We're not on. We're not on here.
No, you're on Facebook.
Who cares? Who cares?
The Crush Pizza Mafia's gonna come after you.
I don't care. They're terrible. There.
Well, yeah, pizza there. Or
Yeah, I had pizza. It's bad. Yeah, it's not good.
Might be another. When's the last time you were there?
2 years ago.
Yeah, it might be another company. It might be something else there. Is there anything else besides the Dunkin' Donuts?
There's a Five Guys, which was.
Just go to Dunkin' Donuts. At least you know what you get with Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, in the afternoon, no. I would rather just head back home and go to McDonald's. I don't want to eat there. Terrible stuff. There's no good options over there. I mean, there is this like restaurant, but like it looks like.
But there might be something newer there.
Yeah, there's this restaurant there, but it looks like it's not open till like 1 o'clock.
No, yeah.
And it looks like it's high end.
I think it's a Chinese restaurant too, isn't it?
It looks like it's high end crap, so. Not gonna deal with that. I don't want to be spending $150 for lunch. Okay. That sounds good. That looks good. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1, 0. And we're back here on Middleboro in review. 7:51 a.m. here. Coming up next here as I grab my... There we go. As I grab the stuff over here for what's coming up next here on WVBF. What's coming up next? Well, we have part 1 of a message from Pastor Ortez Vandross for Bread of Life. Pastor Ortez Vandross, yeah, saying that right. I had been saying that wrong, and Don and Pastor Vandross brought that up to me.
Oh, he did.
Oh, no, Pastor Vandross brought that up to me. I had been saying that wrong for many years. But, okay. But I mean, now I'm not. So.
He's fine with it.
Anyway, moving on.
But when Danny Harmon was on, you called him Danny Hartman.
I did.
Yeah, when he said, the last name's Harmon. Hartman, it was the drill sergeant in Full Metal Jacket.
Yes. Anyway, Pastor Ortez Vandross will present part 1 of a message for On to Us today. Part 1. Part 2 will be next week as well. So that's coming up after us. Great program every single Sunday. Bread of Life coming up right after us, right after the news, actually. Coming up in just a few minutes. Coming up later on, our other CD of the day. We have 2 CDs. Bread of Life's the first one. Our other CD of the day, 11 o'clock to 12, Musical Odyssey, the Symphonies of Haydn, part number 2, will be later on today at 11 o'clock. Between that, 8:30 to 9, we have the Rosary. 9 o'clock to 9:30, we have Medicare Moment with Martha Clopin. We have 9:30 to 10. We don't have anything. 9:30 to 10, we have the TIC network. 10 to 11, we have Calvary Cares. No, we don't. Well, that's not Calvary. Calvary Cares is on Monday. We have To God Be the Glory today. Calvary Cares is tomorrow. It's hosted by the same person, Reverend Curtis Dias. Coming up at 10 to 11. To God Be the Glory is coming up after that. And then 12 to 2, Stand Up Strong with Ed Miller and Bishop Tony Branch. Gotta say Bishop Tony Branch or Don will yell at me. I already mentioned Musical Odyssey.
You did?
Yes. Yes. I mentioned that it's the second CD of our day.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's see. Yeah.
Yes. And then 12 to 2, Stand Up Strong with Ed Miller and Bishop Tony Branch. Gotta say Bishop Tony Branch or Don will yell at me.
It's so fun. Everyone says it though. Even Chris Keach, everyone says it.
I know.
Even Tony Lopes, they all say it. Ed and Tony's had us on the show a few times, and what a fun time it is. What a great hour. It's like Christmas all over. It's just, oh my God, it's just, we're all on the same page, technically.
Yes.
Even if we're not, we are. It's great, and I really appreciate Ed and Tony having us on every once in a while. And we had Ed Miller on a couple weeks ago on our show, and it's just great to have these. These guys are just great guys. It's a great show. Try to listen. It's awesome.
All right. Sports, real quick. Patriots versus Bills today.
The Bills, where?
In Buffalo. Yeah.
It's cold in Buffalo.
I don't know what to say about this team. I don't know what to say about this game. It's going to be a loss. I know that. How bad of a loss? I don't know. This team is terrible. There are loud calls for Gerard Mayo to get fired. I have said, and I continue to say, I don't think that's the right move. At least at this point.
It's 7 degrees in Buffalo.
Oh, great. Awesome. It's not going to help the Patriots, I'll tell you that. That's bad. It's not going to help the Patriots. Buffalo's at home. 7-degree weather. They're comfortable with that. Yeah, I don't see us winning this game today. But anyway,
but you never know.
Yeah, you never know, but it's not likely, honestly. I'm sorry, but it's not likely. 4:25 start. Again, I've been saying all year, I think we should pump the brakes on the fire Gerard Mayo talk. The team that he inherited from Bill Belichick was horrendous. This was not a great team. Outside of a few players, this was not a great team. This was a work in progress of this team. And then before the season even started, there were some injuries. Christian Barmore has been out most of the year, and now he's out for the rest of the year with another injury. I'm not sure what's going on there, but he's out for the rest of the year now. He's on injured reserve. There are other injuries as well. There have been some issues off the field with some players, with one player in particular, that ended up with him being fired from the team. So that wasn't good. Some of the quarterback play has been great. Outside of that, though, the team hasn't been good. The team we have been given is not good at all. Some of the younger players are just not playing to where we need them to play. Some of the veterans aren't playing to where we need them to play. And this is a mess. This team's a mess. This team's been a mess the entire year, and I think it's too early to fire Gerard Mayo. I really do. I think it's too early. Give him a chance in the offseason to see what the Patriots can come up with in the offseason. And then if things don't go well, early on in the year or halfway through the year next year, then that's where you get rid of him. That's where you cut ties. Or at the end of the second year. Don't cut ties now. I think that would be a mistake. The only reason I would say, yes, cut ties with him is if Mike Vrabel is his replacement. If that's not the case, do not cut ties with Gerard Mayo at this point. All right. That's my, my talk, my Patriots talk, my defense of Gerard Mayo there, which is, unfortunately, it's, not a lot of evidence that defense is that great, honestly, because the team is terrible. And some of the decisions he's made this year have been bad in-game wise. But, again, I don't see why you would fire him right now. Anyway, that's our sports segment. So let's go to the Calvary Cares Drop-In Center Celebrate Recovery 12-Step Program, which takes place every Tuesday, 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. at the International Nazarene Church back building, 278 Pleasant Street, New Bedford. All are welcome, non-smoking meeting. You can contact 774-417-6492 or 508-858-8875. Some of the celebrations and workshops coming up at 33 Braley Road in East Freetown, Massachusetts, which is Calvary Cares Drop-In Center. Each workshop starts at 9:30 p.m. Some of the ones that are coming up: January 17th, 2025, Overcoming Opioid Use Disorder and Substance Use Disorder. February 14th, Anger Management and Time Management. And March 7th, Mental Health Counseling, Overcoming Anxiety, Stress, and Fear, and OCD. For more information, 774-417-6492 or 508-858-8875. All right, it is now 8 o'clock. I want to thank everyone for joining us today. We'll be back next week for our final show of the year, the December 29th edition of Middleboro.
And if you want more Joey Driscoll,
tomorrow
at 11 a.m.
Yeah.
For Middleboro Matters. And then there'll be a very special show, Coffee with Tony on Tuesday. Christmas Eve show, and Tony called me and he wants me to call in, so I'll be calling in about 11:20 myself.
And I'll probably call in as well.
You better call in.
I'll probably call in.
Don't forget.
No, I won't.
Big note
I'll probably call in.
Yeah.
All right, we gotta go.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Bye-bye. Thank you, and Merry Christmas, everybody. Bye-bye. I'll probably call in like 5 minutes before you call in. I'll call in at like 11:15 or something. He said 11:20, right? So I'll probably call in.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, come on.
9:30.
9:30?
Yeah.
All right, so
you
like
can call at 9:30. Just a thought.
I'll call in.
Oh, wait a second. That's old. No, please call in at 11:20.
11:20. So I'll call in 11:15.
All right. No.
11:15.
Well, you can have two people on the air at the same time, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Well, you've done it.
Yeah.
I've seen you do it.
Yeah, I think so. Should be fine.
Who?
Bye, everybody.